Welcome, folks, and welcome to another edition of Fan Corner. Of course, we're dissecting what is going down this weekend when it comes to the FIFA Club World Cup. It's Chelsea against PSG. And you know what PSG have done to big clubs when it comes to playing in Europe. They won the treble, they are the current champions of Europe, and they're playing the current champion of the third tier of tournament, talking about the Conference League. Of course, it's Fans Corner, and we have two guests, Chelsea fans. And if you look at Chelsea fans, they have been, everywhere. Nobody gave them a chance. Let's be realistic that they will get to the final of the Club World Cup. But all of a sudden, they got someone from Brighton who has brightened their hopes of winning the title. And this is the first fledged format of the Club World Cup. So I have Patrick and I have Toby in the studio with me. Of course, I did something on Twitter. I felt like, there's so many analysts on Twitter. Talk too much. Everybody that want to talk, you will see, put a comment out, you see a lot of comment, people dissecting. Okay, if you are so good at dissecting, let's do something this season. Let's bring fans into the studio so that we'll talk about football, talk about your club. So you don't talk about that club. So that I don't care about Arsenal. You care about your club, so we dissect your club. So I have Patrick. Patrick, welcome to Puja Studio.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing?
I'm very fine. It's an honor to be here.
See how
I'm
you,
very excited.
so they blush. Just they make it that they blush this.
We are doing very well, and I'm very happy. So I think Chelsea has been growing game by game. The game management has been so fantastic, and the inclusion of Joao Pedro has been wonderful. He has a very good link-up play with the midfielders, and his finishing is what we've been missing the whole of last season. Jackson has been a waste of time. Sorry, I mean no disrespect to Jackson. He has been a very good player though, but his finishing is what we lacked in Chelsea. So I'm very happy to be a Chelsea fan right now.
And of course, Toby,
Good afternoon.
how you doing?
I'm good.
You wear native, you even wear blue native.
Thank God it's Friday.
Representing Chelsea. So if they go other place, if they go Arsenal, this you go wear red.
No.
So as a Chelsea fan, what's have been your view so far? You people started like, you are not interested in the Club World Cup. It looks like it's a big priority for the board now.
Yeah, I think Chelsea has kind of come into this tournament as the underdog because people at least expected us to get to the final. Either way, they thought the likes of Inter Milan or Manchester City being on the same path with us would have knocked us out of the face. But one way or the other, they just found their way to the final. And I think, like you said the other time, Chelsea has been going by game. Maresca is beginning to tick the boxes that he has left as the last season. And I think he just had to condole all of the players, till now that he's getting the missing piece of what he needs. Like players like Joao Pedro coming in to replace Jackson that has been unable to convert most of the chances, and he has kind of found the tactics that work for him and has made everybody come together as one, which the team is working collectively now, and that's what we want in Chelsea Football Club.
Okay, so we'll talk about so many, talking points. Quickly we talk about, you talk about Maresca getting his statics right. Chelsea fans have said, it's very stubborn. He overthinks sometimes, use players out of their position. We are going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about the signings as well. It looks like the key two signings that have come this season have been good. We've seen them in the Club World Cup, and it looks good. We'll talk about Madrid. He was moving to Arsenal. We'll talk about your thought as well. And talk about the starting lineup. Not forgetting that we touch a little bit of PSG. Because if you don't talk about PSG right now, you're not talking about any team that the best team. It's not a contest that the best team in Europe, across the world. They won the treble. Now they are on the verge of winning the Club World Cup. So let me start with Toby. And let's start with the signing. Chelsea have done 4 major signings. Delap, Sarr, Jamie Gittins, and of course, Joao Pedro. And the 2 key guys, that you people talked about. You talked about Jackson. Patrick talked about Jackson as well. Has Delap and Joao Pedro shown that you have gotten it right with the few games we've watched with these two new guys?
Okay, what I have to say is this. I think what the new Chelsea board are trying to work on is working with young players, across, then trying to see who can, establish themselves to become a world-class player. Because obviously they are average players as of now. So I think yes, Joao Pedro and Delap has proven to be able to show themselves and retain their spots in the Chelsea team. most likely Joao Pedro. I think he's ahead of the lap as of now. I don't know coming to the new season, giving them chances for them to prove themselves. I don't know if Dilap can do something more better, but as of now, with the performance Joao Pedro has put up in the last match, it shows that Joao Pedro seems to be ahead of Dilap as of now. But yeah, both of them are good signings, and I think they're very good for us in the number 9 position.
So, Patrick, are Chelsea fans not jumping the gun? All of a sudden, Jackson is bad. All of a sudden, your Felix is the new bride, blah, blah, blah. Are you people not getting ahead of? Because it's just few games. We are talking about next season that you play more than 50 games. Chelsea have played over 64 games this season already. And next season, you know that there's 38 league games. And of course, if you go better in all those, FA Cup, Carling Cup, even the Champions League, you play more games. Are you not too anxious or too quick to sharply eradicate Jackson out of the team?
Very well, sir. There's a saying in local palace that said, "They will go good, now money they take no." The thing is that Joao Pedro came in the first game. You see a player that is hungry from holiday, came to Chelsea, he was even sharper than the players that have been in Chelsea. I'm not saying Jackson is a bad player. Jackson gives us option. But I think Joao Pedro is what we need. He's better off. Joao Pedro gives you option, can play as a wing forward, can play as a number 9, can drop deep as a number 8 behind the striker. And his finishing is crazy. Jackson cost us a lot of games last season. There were games we would have queued off. Ipswich and Chelsea first leg that Delap scored the penalty. It was Jackson that killed the game, bro. A lot of games I can't even mention. Jackson is a nice player, but you cannot compare. Joao Pedro is what we need. We're not jumping the gun. He's an exceptional player. And as for Liam Delap, I've not seen anything he has done. I feel the goals he scored are goals Jackson could score. His other games he has played, he has been so very predictable. You can mark him out. But Joao Pedro, look at the goals he scored against Fluminense. It was outside. It was outside as if he was in a number 7. So this is what Chelsea has been looking for. And I think the signings, Beatrice and Estavio going to join again next season. You have to come and watch Chelsea every match next season. It's gonna be crazy.
So Patrick is giving you free tickets. Come and watch Chelsea next year. But let's talk about the signing. You talk about Estavio coming from Palmeiras, and it looks like Madueke will be joining Arsenal. Almost done deal. We're just waiting for the announcement from Arsenal. Are you people, because it looks like, everything looks good. We saw Estavio, in the club walk, everybody feel like this guy is coming straight into the team. He uses the left like, Madueke. And all of a sudden, people are sending Madueke, away as well. Is it not too early to jettison Madueke from Chelsea, Patrick?
I feel Chelsea should have kept Madueke. It gives us option, but Chelsea has the book to balance. And selling of Madueke will help us balance the book. And we have Estavio, we have Pedro Neto, we have Beatrice the other side. Joao Pedro can also play the other as a wing forward. There's Liam Delap. And I think Madueke going to Arsenal has been my prayer. He's a good player. Arsenal will enjoy him. So I just feel Chelsea needs to push these guys out. So you can't bring Estavio to Chelsea and keep him on the bench. He has the potentials close to Yamal. I don't see there's no difference between Yamal and Estavio Williams. So Chelsea have to keep that guy on the pitch so that the money will not be a waste. So I feel it's a very good signing.
But Toby, let's talk about the marriage between Arsenal and Chelsea. What they do? Yeah, Kepa don't go now. We still check it, they go. We saw the guy with David Luiz, William, even Sterling, Jorginho. What did they happen? What did Chelsea they give Arsenal? What did Arsenal they give Chelsea? So now Madueke has gone, and even Kepa has gone to Arsenal.
Honestly speaking, I don't understand the chemistry between both teams, but I just feel probably Arsenal see some potentials in the players, or probably because they feel they have more experience. Because I can't wrap my head around it. Because when looking at the likes of players they come to get, it's more like players that have been rejected by Chelsea fans and even Chelsea themselves that are willing to let go. I've not seen Arsenal coming to the picture, bidding for a very potential player that Chelsea wants to keep. For instance, now Arsenal is coming to bid for the likes of Palmer or stuff like that. But no, it's always players that Chelsea are ready to push out of the team. So I just can't wrap my head, and I don't know what's going on in Arteta's head. I don't know what he saw in Madueke, but I think Madueke is a good player. Joe, he's a good player. But looking at it, he has been given enough time in Chelsea. So if I don't say enough though, but he has given time to prove himself. And I think he didn't live up to the expectation. That's the basic truth. He didn't live up to the expectation, but at least I see him like a player that should be able, at least in the season, should be able to get like 10 goals, 10 assists. Even your goals are not 10, more assists. Probably you are not able to convert chances, but create chances. Even Palmer, as of last season, was not really in good shape, as you all know, compared to his first season at Chelsea. But in as much, he tried to give as much assist as he could, and that boosted his performance overall when it comes to goal and assist in this season. So I think Madueke should have done better, cut in, try to shoot, stuff like that. Even Peroneto has kind of proven himself more better in less game chances than Madueke has done. So I believe he will do well at Arsenal if he's being coached in the right way. And I know though, good luck to Arsenal and Madueke.
Good luck to Arsenal and Madueke. So let's move quickly. Let's just touch on PSG before we talk about the full-fledged starting 11 for Chelsea against PSG. PSG, Patrick, they have been everywhere. They've dealt with every team. Sometimes you look at even Chelsea, you have a better, side of the draws. But PSG, they can be in any part of the draw. They will beat you hands down. We saw what they did in the Champions League. Now they've done the same thing. Played the big side, defeated Bayern, defeated, destroyed Real Madrid. He's not beating. He's destroyed. Atletico Madrid, and they showed like they are up there. What job has Luis Enrique done to that team? Remember, when it was back and forth between letting Mbappe go, he didn't even put his mouth. He was actually waiting for him to even leave. Some managers will say, okay, let's still keep him. He's a big player, but even let him. He didn't even put mouth in the board, decision. So what has Luis Enrique done at PSG?
Luis Enrique has, first of all, he has taken control of his dressing room. Mbappe leaving PSG was the biggest miracle that happened to PSG. And secondly, these players are ready to play. You see, he brought him. I keep saying that Luis Enrique is better than any coach presently, and these are my reasons. A Pep Guardiola will sign a 400 million players combined to win any trophy. Look at the guys in the midfield: Vitinha, João Neves, young footballers, Bakula, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and the way he plays his football, you can't mark out these guys. Dembele is switching with Bakula. This minute, Bakula is coming to this position. You don't even know who to mark. He has gained control of that team. Their play is like a father to those boys. They are ready to play you out of this world. So I just feel PSG has something that is going for them, which is they are very tactical, sound. Their possession and fast play. They are aggressive in marking. Look at the against Madrid. They were marking from the front. Madrid do not even know what to pass, who to give the ball to. So I feel Mbappe leaving that team first was the miracle. Then the player understood his agenda. Early last season, PSG was conceding goals anyhow. But look at from Liverpool game down to the Champions League final. If PSG should score you 1-0, I think that's the end of the match. They are very composed. Mendes, Hakimi, and you're talking about. So I just feel the team is about the coach, and the coach is the team.
And talking about PSG, Toby, and Patrick have said a lot about the team, and Rio Ferdinand said something on X. He said it's two ways that you see a player and you look like this player with the potential, and now seeing the player fulfilling the potential is two things, and fulfilling that potential is based on the manager. Dembele, we saw Dembele at Dortmund. I feel like, okay, fine, there's potential. We saw him a bit at Barcelona. I felt like this guy, there's something in this guy, because even himself, he knows sometimes he comes late to the training, he will show himself. But now we've seen the full-fledged potential of Dembele in just 2 years, at PSG. And the last year under Enrique has been phenomenal. What has Enrique done to Dembele that we've seen that now Dembele can mark, he can track, he can score, he can assist? What has Luis Enrique done to Dembele?
Well, I think Luis Enrique has given Dembele the freedom he actually needs as a player. Looking back at the likes of Eden Hazard, Eden Hazard has the potential also. He's not like the barrier, but he's bad at training. Most of the coaches complain about him. But looking at the likes of Murillo came in, gave him that freedom that, okay, you know what, guys, he cannot mark, but just do the marking for him. He will do the miracle on the pitch. He can do and undo when he's on the pitch. You get. So I feel Luis Enrique has given Dembele that freedom now. Okay, you know what? Be the man. Do what you want. You know, I see Mbappe in PSG more like keeping other players kind behind. I'm not saying he's overshadowing them or something. No, but Mbappe is big when it comes to his name. He's big and stuff like that. But Luis Enrique, you know, Mbappe leaving and focusing on other players he has. Okay, he gave each one of them the freedom. That, okay, you know what? Do this and do this and do this. And I think his style of play, his tactical approach to games has also given things that you know he needs to sharpen up the players. You know, there are people who mark, even Dembele himself now marks, you know, attack the same time, and now he tends to convert more chances than he has done in Barcelona and even Dortmund. I even think he's more sharper at Dortmund than Barcelona, but now he's looking like, I don't know, he's on the top of his form because I never pictured Dembele winning the Ballon d'Or at any time soon with his previous performances at Barcelona and even his performances before Enrique comes to PSG. I never pictured him winning the ball. Lo and behold, here we have Dembele on the top of the list and he's looking like the potential winner. So I just feel Enrique has done a great job, you know, motivating the players, bringing them together as one, and you know, putting the team in perfect shape.
And let's move quickly and just talk about the starting lineup. There are lots of talking points for Chelsea. I don't think we are going to touch on PSG. Let's just focus on Chelsea. How Chelsea are going to contain the PSG. You know, like you guys said, Chelsea are the underdogs. So I'm looking at Chelsea. So in the mid, Patrick, in the in defense, Chalobah and Tosin started against from Lenze, but it looks like Kowi could be back as well. In your head, are you going to retain the two, Tosin and Chalobah, or you're going to bring Kowi, who have started most of the games at this tournament, into the fray?
This is the toughest game for Maresca in his coaching career. So you're going to bring a Kowi that has experience and a Tosin that has maturity in that midfield, in that defense line, and you bring a Reece James, Cucurella, that four back
so
line.
You believe Reece James will start over Gusto?
Definitely. This match, there's no need to gamble in this game, because if you gamble, you might be... PSG is a side that beats you very quick. 25 minutes, they are on you. Once they are first half team. Once you can contain PSG in the first half, you have a chance of winning the game. If you put a Kowi, Tosin, James, Cucurella, use Caicedo, Latvia, and Enzo, it will be very difficult for PSG to play. It will be very difficult. That midfield, choke them with crazy players. Then use a Kopama and I prefer use to Kopama, Pedroneto, and Joao Pedro in front. Don't use Kopama in 10. PSG will be finding it difficult to play. Look at people that Real Madrid use. Bellingham is a goal scorer. He doesn't know how to mark. There's nobody in that midfield. But if you use a Caicedo, Enzo, and Latvia in midfield for PSG
and chase all of them,
you will see that the PSG will see football. That might beat they might not be losing the game, but PSG will have a run for their money. You cannot use what's his name again? The guy Chalobah. Chalobah is young. He does a lot of mistakes. But when you use a Tosin that has maturity, a Kowi that has played with Thiago Silva, the experience he beat is there and is in the form of his life. The Cucurella that is the best left back in the world. Use a Reece James that has the experience, that has played under Thomas Tuchel, that has won the Champions League, and a Caicedo, Enzo, and Latvia in midfield. It will be a very nice game. Wow, that will be the game I would love to watch. Vitinha, Joao Neves, Caicedo, Enzo, Latvia. Chelsea will have a chance of winning that game. Though I'm not sure.
So, Patrick, I've said your Pedro is going to start. But you have the three of three strikers fit and ready to go. Delap is ready to go. Jackson is ready to go. And, of course, we have, you are Pedro. Are you going to tilt to what Patrick said? You have Pedro for you in attack.
Yeah, Joao Pedro for me in attack. I think he's in good shape and he's ready for this game.
Or is it because he played against his former side? Everything is is changing. If you are playing against your former side, it's like go back to your hood. Say hey, your body go they tell you.
When it comes to football, it's not a very easy job. Joao Pedro was on holiday. He got called on. We signed him. He came in. He was looking sharp, like he has been training to play the matches. He was looking very, very sharp. I would say he was even looking sharp than the lab that has joined more earlier and has done more training than he has done. So Joao Pedro came in and showed the world that yes, I have what it takes, to start these games. And looking at it, Chelsea signed him and brought him to the tournament. You could have just said, okay, just hold on, let's finish the tournament and just join the team. But it's looking like we actually needed him to round up the tournament, and so far so good. He came in and he showed us that yes, it was worth signing and bringing him to the tournament because he's looking very sharp. So let's forget about the fact that he scored 2 goals. Aside that, we could see his link-up play. He's looking like he has been with the team for quite a number of time. But I think Joao Pedro, ahead.
And then before I put you guys on the hot seat and talk about the prediction. Patrick, looking at that game against Fluminense, we saw an episode between Palmer and Jackson, and it has been a big talking point. From your own school of thought, is it because we didn't see it last season? We didn't see any, any anger on the pitch, any complaint, any outbursts, but we saw a meltdown between Jackson and Palmer. What is actually going on? Because maybe, like I said, new bride don't come. The first wife, also I'm not going to feed the first wife again now. So they don't feed Jackson again all of a sudden.
I just feel it's 2 things. Number one, Palmer was frustrated because he has a good drought. Forget that he scored the other game
against Fluminense.
Before Fluminense. He has not been the Palmer. But when it comes to off the ball, he's a wonderful player. But the goal score, Palmer likes to score. I just feel he overreacted. And secondly, Jackson wants to impress. He just saw someone that just signed, scored 2 goals, and you came in. He wants to score 2 to make a statement. And I feel the players are already like, look at this guy that just came which day. All the passes I've been giving you since last season, he used to throw them away. Now this is why I came here, scored 2 wonderful goals, like beautiful goals. I feel it is frustration on Palmer's side, and I feel he overreacted, but Jackson should have passed that ball. But I understand Jackson as a striker. I've played ball, young football, those days. I want to score. But that goal, that chance was not clear for him to score. Jackson being Jackson. But I just feel Palmer overreacted due to his frustration. I feel he felt he has not scored. He has not been the Palmer he was in the Premier League in the Club World Cup.
So lastly from Toby, so if Palmer is not getting goals and his attitude is like this, what's the way forward for Chelsea? Because you know that it's like the brain box. If he plays well to a certain level, Chelsea are unbeatable. But if we continue, struggling because he scored the first goal after many years, after many games, like over 20 games.
Yes.
Now he's being frustrated because there are no link-up play or no passes from other. How can he manage his form and, of course, his attitude ahead of this big one against PSG?
Okay, firstly, what I would like to chip in is I like what Maresca has done in Chelsea. He has moved the workload on Palmer to, like I said, Enrique has given all the players freedom. Play. You are not focused on one player. If you watch Chelsea as at the season before Maresca came, it was a Palmer FC. If Palmer is not scoring or assisting, Chelsea was getting a goal in that game. But now you can see other players, everyone is scoring. Even Enzo Fernandez has good numbers altogether in all tournaments this season. He has good number of goals and assists. Neto getting goals and assists also. Likewise, Caicedo.
Cucurella said they get goal.
Everybody's getting goal. So now we are not focused on Palmer. So what I would say is, at Chelsea, what I believe now within myself is I don't see anybody as a special player or a specific starter, except the likes of maybe Caicedo and Enzo. Because Palmer needs to do well and do more. He needs to look for a way to get out of his good drought, like you said, and come back to who he actually is. I think if he continues with this form, there might be competition. Because I see Chelsea coming to the next season with like 9 attackers in all positions, switching plays and all. So I don't think anybody's guaranteed game time. It's all in your hands. Your fate lies in your hands. Show the world what you are able to do. Prove to the team, prove to the manager that yes, I have what it takes to be your starter, and you are good to go. So I think Palmer can do more and just wipe off those kind of attitudes, because I believe you overreacted in that scenario. You shouldn't have done that, because Jackson is a striker, of course. He needs to get goals. So, and you have seen his competitors, doing well. So he also needs to, probably just try. So there's no. I mean, in football, I don't think there are clear chances though, but every chance is a chance. We've seen people shoot from that kind of angle and the ball goes in. I think Modric goal against Arsenal, the other match, from where he shot the ball, I don't think anyone would have expected the ball to go in, but one way or the other, both won itself in the net. So I don't think there's a clear chance. So you just like, okay, let me just try and give it a try, but it didn't work out. So you could have done better because we are even leading in the game. It's not like we are behind. We are leading the game, so we should have done better in that scenario. So
Let me put you on the spot before we round off. So how are you seeing this game? Scoreline and maybe where the game will be won. Against PSG, Chelsea.
This is a very tough one. Man. I see Chelsea winning the game. On my side, to be sincere, I have this confidence with him.
It's your side before that. You want to be on you want to be on my side before.
I actually see Chelsea winning this game. Let's say 1-0.
I know who score.
1-0. I don't know. I'll go for João Pedro. Or should I say Pedro Neto?
Hey, I mean,
Pedro Neto.
Okay. So Patrick, where do you see the game to be won and your scoreline?
It's going to be a tough game. And all the goals will be scored on the first half. PSG to score first, Chelsea will score 2. And Enzo Fernandez, João Pedro. Dembele to score first.
Dembele to score first.
It's going to be a first
If
half.
Dembele score first, they win.
No, we'll beat them. 2-1. Because Chelsea are the king of underdog. 2012, underdog. 2021, underdog. Won the final. It's going to happen again.
Nah, but you are not. You were not underdog in the Conference League now.
No, not Conference League. Talk about Champions 2012, Champions 2021 against Man City, underdog. Conference League is we know we win it from the starting.
Nice.
So tomorrow, maybe on Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Win 2-1.
Thank you guys for coming on board. That is Patrick, Chelsea fan, and of course Toby, Chelsea fan, dissecting Chelsea, and of course, it's a good time to bring, not only, the big guys. Of course, fans should be able to dissect their team as well. They watch, they invest. Sometimes, if you go to viewing center, football is now 200 or 200, 250. So you watch ball, so you guys come analyze. So that's what we're doing at the Fans Corner, even next season. And we have a long season next season. The banter is going to be crazy next season, So we have more of these guys, if they have the time, because, we have always asked for time and, of course, to come to the studio and dissect their favorite team. These are Chelsea fans. Of course, we are going to have in Arsenal, based on talking points, Man United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and all other fans. Even talking about the MPFL as well. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow us on our platform on Twitter, Puja Media, on YouTube, Puja Dissects, where we drop all the games, all the videos. Of course, we'll be doing the viewing center as well, so you can actually get us on the viewing center. Come and watch and come and analyze as well. It's all about the fans, because at the end of the day, without the fans, there is no football club. So the fans are the major stakeholder when it comes to football club. Like you guys know, my name is Sulaiman Adiba of What Fans Call Me Puja. Like I always say, the higher the risks, the higher the expected return. May our tickets be green. Bye for now.